Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Can you talk about, it looked like you guys struggled a little bit offensively in the beginning, first half at least, but then maybe caught some rhythm, and of course, the defensive stops.
Schematically, they gave us a hard time in the beginning. They did some things we had to get used to. I thought the adjustments Dave made at halftime were outstanding. We started moving the ball some. We stuck with it. These guys are gritty. It's a tough win, tough place to play.
Very high-powered offense that you guys went up against. Justin Jefferson was quite the challenge, but your defense was able to get a number of takeaways. Can you just talk about their performance?
3 turnovers are big. He got some plays. I don't think you can ever stop that guy. And we kept him out of the end zone, so that was a plus. He's one of the greatest to play. And those guys played gutsy. We got off the field in the second half. They made some gutsy stops, and I thought they pulled through.
You signed Chase McLaughlin because you wanted a strong leg. What do you think? That's a tied career high. Could you have drawn that up any better for him?
Couldn't have drew it up any better. That's what we got him for. He was accurate. He got it through the uprights. He made a hell of a kick.
Your quarterback before that 2-minute drive was like 3 of 12 in the first half. Just what can you say about his ability to put all that behind him, the offense to put all that behind them, and to have such a productive 2 minutes and then second half?
Baker's gutsy. He's tough. The guy stayed behind him. The great thing is when he was having problems, he wasn't turning it over. He's giving our defense, kept him in the game. He kept getting out, but he wasn't turning the ball over. They stuck with it. They made some plays. He made some gutsy runs at the end, and the offensive line came through for him. The receivers showed up, and it was a great team win.
You've told us before you don't care what the outside has to say, but a lot of people didn't give you guys a chance for this game or even for this season. Just what did today you think tell them?
I don't know what it told them. It told us what we knew all along. We can go in and win the ball game. Again, if I paid attention to it, I would actually have something to say, but I don't.
Think of the job Devin White did today.
He did a hell of a job. I mean, they did a great job covering the screen game, finding that hider. Him and Levante both, they were flying and making some plays that for anybody else, that ball would have got out of there, and that was a big part of their ball game. Something we really wanted to try and slow down a little bit. I thought he did from a call standpoint. He did a hell of a job. When he's out there, we're a better team.
Christian Izien made a couple big plays there. You get that from that rookie, and then you have Trey Palmer getting a touchdown. Were you impressed with those 2 rookies in particular?
Like I said, they're going to play. They're good football players. You just didn't know their names. They're making themselves household names right now. You don't just make first-team nickel as a free agent without being a good football player. So Coach Ross does a great job with them. Coach Johnson does a great job with them, and he made some great plays.
One game doesn't obviously make a season, but it's clearly better to get the season off on the right foot. So in the vein of that, what does this do for this team now?
It's a great win today. We got to move on tomorrow. It's just good to know you won't go 0-17.
Elijah Cansey, the calf injury, do you have an update on that?
No update yet. I know he came out because of it. I'll check on it after this.
Or do you know if there's any idea if it's more severe than the first? Or?
I'm not sure yet, then.
Coach Bowles, that first drive coming out of halftime, 9 minutes, that was a beefy drive. What did that do for your offense and just being able to sustain that and end up with 7?
Well, the confidence was great. The continuity in the drive, we kept them out there on the field a long time. That goes a long way in the last part of the ball game. So that was big for us, coming out, controlling the ball, giving the defense a rest. I thought the defense played a lot of plays in the first half. Offense came out in the second half and made some plays and consistency and kept them on the field. That took a lot of time off the clock.
I know it was kind of hard getting the ground game going. What did you notice? What jumped out to you as to why maybe they had some challenges there?
Oh, we knew they were going to stop it early on. Everybody can play the run in the first, second quarter, but we stayed with it and we grinded it out. They got some big guys up there. Flores does a great job. We stuck with it. We got some hard runs. I thought Rashad and Sean made some tough plays in there, and I thought Baker scrambled when he had to, but it's a tough team to run against with the scheme they're playing.
Because you've got McLaughlin, was that an automatic decision to kick the field goal, or did you wrestle with the idea of perhaps it being a little too long?
No, we didn't think it was too long. He's been nailing them the whole time, so given a chance, that was a normal deal for us to make him kick it that far, considering there's no wind or nothing.
What went through your mind there as he was lining up to make the kick, and then when he makes contact with the ball? I mean, there's a long way to go on that.
Well, like I said, he's been making them in practice, and we expected him to make the kick. That's what we signed him for, and that's what he did.
Can you talk about Baker and how clutch it was? Like he's, you mentioned the gutty runs. He ran, I think, for a first down or got some yards with his legs, and then that last throw to Godwin, I mean, to hold the ball the final 5 minutes of the game is not easy to do.
No, not at all. That was huge for us. Getting us in the right plays, Baker in the second half, adjusting to what they were doing was huge for him as well. He played a gutsy, tough, mentally tough ball game, and to make that throw at the end to Chris right there without even flinching, and he was hit a few times, but he stuck with it. He stayed with it. Baker's a winner. You know, he's done this before, and the guys really love to rally around him.
What does it say, too, about your team? Because, you know, a few years ago, this team was notorious for blown leads and couldn't come back to win games. And the fact that they were able to do that with so many new pieces, new quarterback, so many young guys you're having to count on. Just what does it say about this group?
Well, it's week one. We're still growing together. They're resilient, if nothing else. We had a lot of time together in camp. I think the trip up to New Jersey helped us when we spent 3 or 4 days. We got to spend some time around each other, and they grew as a team, and they're continuing to grow as a team. I really like where they're at, and we just got to keep getting better.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks.
Congrats.
We're going to go to the locker room, and then we'll be back after.